like, you know, Mount Australia, just north of Europe. Like, ah, yes. I know that place well. This place. There's a strange place at the summit of Mount Kress, you don't say. Mushrooms many times bigger than me. Plant stalks are scattered around. I mean, what? You don't think this looks like a normal mountaintop? Will, where have you been all your life? This is every mountain looks like this. Say, you know, just weird psychedelic mushrooms, flashing lights, floating skulls. It's, you know, growing up in South Cape, I realize you don't understand a lot, but yeah, most mountaintops look like a Grateful Dead poster. It's true. Come back, skull. Thank you. Yeah. He doesn't comment on the spiders, like, as big as a person. Just the mushrooms. He's like, ah, whatever. I fought demons before. What do I care about a spider? Well, they're, like, gooping at you, man. Yeah, this place also confused. Hey, come here. Ow. Ow. Okay, Guy, I can't get to you over there like that. Ugh. If you couldn't tell, this place is confusing too. Just because there's all these paths. Like, what connects, what doesn't connect, what's an actual ground to walk on? Like, it looks pretty obvious to me. Yeah, right now it does. Wait till you start walking on the mushrooms. Right? Oh, yep. And there's those things, and you're just like, you wouldn't necessarily think about, like, okay, there's this, and you, yeah, you just have to hold up against it, and then you fling yourself across the void. I don't know, this place just, like, even as a kid, this place just seems really weird. Like, why? Why is this included at all? Like, because, like, think about where you're, like, okay, you were in, like, the castle dungeon. That makes sense. And then you're, like, Incan ruins. Like, the Great Wall of China. I mean, the one's just, like, a mine. But, like, nothing has been, like, overtly fantastical like this. Like, everything has been a place. Like, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it's a sort of a weird Super Nintendo-y game sort of place, but, like, nothing in the game has been, you know, like something like this. And come back to you. Make sure I'm not missing any demons. No. Demons? Demons? Oh yeah, you guys. Like, it's... Ooh, that's good. I needed that. Get him. Ow, how did he track me past the screen? How dare you? This dungeon just feels like it's from a different game. It does not fit. Like, this feels like something out of Soul Blazer. Like, ah, yes, go save the mushroom people of Mushroom Land. And you're just like, okay. But no, and... yeah. Oh, by the way, you can do that if you know... Remember that new ability that you used, like, twice in the last dungeon and probably forgot about by now? Yeah. If you don't use it, you can't progress. I mean, I could probably change it to Freedan at this point. I think you changed it to Freedan, yeah. Skull. More skull. I can't reach you. Okay. We'll change into Friedan. I am Gaia, the source of all life. Let me give you some advice. This place, it is bonkers. Like, thanks. Thanks for the advice. And the guy's like, what do you want from me? It doesn't make sense to me either. Look, I'm the source of all life. I'm a stand-in for the master in this game, and even I don't know what's going on here. Yes, defense. Okay, up we go. All right, fine. You've never played this, you've heard of it though. Well, on the one hand, welcome to Illusion of Gaia. On the other hand, I'm sorry that you had to come in on this dungeon. It is, oh yeah, you can do this. I forgot if you could always do that or if that's with the dark power increase. But yeah, you can shoot it and then hit it again and it... Now, could I always do that and I just feel dumb at having remembered right now, or was that from dark power increase? That I don't remember. It has been too long for me to remember details such as that. My memory is too busy filled up with stuff like go visit Lance in the previous city for no apparent reason. Interesting that... So, chat is saying, for you people watching on YouTube later, cannot see, apparently in 2021, someone figured out a wrong warp in here that can bring you right to the end of the game. So if you're trying to speedrun, you can just be like, game over. Huh, I had not heard about that. Nope, Sorry Cave in. Run, 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 fast as you can. What's going on? I'm the Friedan man. Here's our enemy. Hey you, give me a power up. Hey you. Explode. Okay. Now there's the treasure down there, but I don't think I can get it yet. You have to do a loop and come back to get it. I'm gonna see where this way goes though, because I think these ones you can run with Friedan. Yeah. All right, but it just leads there. All right, well, let's go on to the third screen. No. No. Like, I don't know what your problem is. We have so many real places. Incan ruins, yeah, that sounds right. The Great Wall of China, oh yeah, I remember that place. You remember the stand-in for Europe? Oh yeah, the Tower of Babel, uh-huh. Remember that weird psychedelic mushroom forest? Which part of Earth was that supposed to be again? Oh yeah, you know, the mushroom place. The one with all the crazy things going on? Where was that again? Oh, you know it. Stop pretending. It's real. Your Soul Blazer is showing again. Oh, it's like one person like worked on Soul Blazer. It's like, come on, guys. Can't we do at least one crazy weird dungeon? And they're like, no. Come on, Joe. We're trying to make a slightly more realistic game. But just one. Okay, Joe, you can do this one. You get the Kress Temple. All right, I'm gonna do this mushroom thing with skull. Like, there he goes again. That Joe, what a kidder. Now let's come back. We'll kill the guys up here first. Stab, 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 stab. The place with the giant spiders and everything trying to kill you. Are you talking about Australia? Good point. I don't know, though. This looks a little less outback and a little more out there. It's the mushroom drops. Yeah. Mushroom drops. Everyone's favorite. If you're wondering, what do mushroom drops do? Oh, whatever. Look at those. Ah, this place is so big. I mean, just pick a direction and go, I guess, but... Hey. You over there. Yeah, it's right, you better run. Otherwise, you're gonna get some of this. What, some mushroom drops? No, stabbing. Stabbing you in the eye. That would be kind of funny, though, going back to what chat said, like, you know, it's the place where giant spiders, everything's trying to kill you. It's Australia. Like, you know, Mount Australia, just north of Europe. Like, ah, yes. I know that place well. In an alternate world, where Britain originally sent people to colonize, well, because of the penal colony. They're like, yeah, we don't want to ship them that far. Just, like, ship them up to, like, Northern Europe somewhere. It's fine. Don't you want to send them, like, somewhere really far away? Nah, that takes effort. Right? More mushroom drop. Oh. My mushroom drops. Apparently you need to find them each time. I didn't remember that. I remembered that you needed them, but not that you needed that many of them. Also weird when they're like, if you pour... Because wasn't he saying, like, there's a weird place, like, if you pour water on it? But now, like, we specifically need, like, the mushroom water. Okay, now that connect. Alright. Like, couldn't I just, like, go get any type of water and pour it here to grow the vines? You said it would work. Okay, ignore that place for now. Keep going this way for now. Ah! Tasty, tasty mushroom water. You know, it's healthy. It gives you all the nutrients a growing plant boy could need. A growing plant and or boy. Oh, nothing there. Nothing there. So yeah, you can see now why it gets confusing when they're just like, it just... Like, it makes sense if you're in a dungeon and it's like, okay, here's a path, there are 3 doors. And you're like, all right, I'll check the first door. And you're like, well, there was nothing there, I'll just go back and check the second door. But now when it's just like, here's just a billion mushrooms all over the place, connected with vines, some of which you need to connect yourself, and it gets confusing. Just, why not just make a temple? You know, the temple at Mount Kress, just... You know, do like a ancient Greek or Roman something. You haven't done that yet in this game. Do one of those. Okay. Hey, but if we do an ancient Greek or Roman temple, where are we gonna put all the giant spiders and mushrooms that we had designed? You don't understand. You just wouldn't design those. Not design giant mushrooms? I don't understand. Give me health. Thank you very much. It's some more mushroom drops. Yeah! Oh, we never actually read the will. Okay, let's read this again. I was just gonna be like, oh, it's probably just what she said, and then no, it isn't actually. We're a little late, but the will that guy gave us from before. To the opponent, even if I perish, don't mourn for me. Even if Russian glass doesn't cost me my life, it's my fate to pass away soon. 6 months ago, when I found out I was dying, I decided to amass as much money as possible. I wanted to leave it to my wife and the child I'll never see. I made my fortune in spite of the unhappiness I have caused others. If I lose, I want to leave part of my estate to you. Please take care of my 4 favorite Kruk horses. Okay. Oh man, we're finding some truth dropped on Mount Kress. Well, I guess this dungeon hasn't been all for nothing then. Here I was in the other place being like, man, that guy is really stupid and terrible, and what a bad guy. And it turns out he was not quite as bad a guy. Because he's like, oh yeah, it turns out he's actually dying. I'll get back to that in a second. He turns out he's really dying, so he's just been risking his life every day to try and get a lot of money for his wife and kid. Which still doesn't seem great, but at least it's better than just like, yeah, I've got a pregnant wife, I'm gonna just commit suicide. And this time he's like, well, I've got a pregnant wife, but I'm about to like die anyway, so I'm gonna like die with dignity. It still doesn't make sense that he drank the last glass that was left, but you know, it makes a little more sense. Now, going back to what I poured the mushroom drops on that thing, and it grew from the other side. What? Like, I was on this side, and I put the drops on this side, and then this side was like, that, what? I guess, like, that side smelled the mushroom drops, and was like, mushrooms? Mushroom drops? I gotta have them. It's the taste that all plants love. Why are there so many like, I mean, yes, we know it's from the light of the comet, but, like, what? Who was here before that it changed? Unless, like, these are just, like, from a civilization and, like, they came all up here later, like, after they changed. But, it's just like, okay, if the demons in this game are made from the light of the comet, or dark powers in general, because the vampires were also turning people into demons with their blood fountain. This keeps going. Like, it's not just like that. People don't just like spontaneously turn into monsters, and it's not like Soul Blazer where like Death Toll came and just took everybody. So if all these demons are up here on Mount Kress, there either had to have been like a massive like city here, or these are from elsewhere and they all like moved up here, in which case, like, so are the demons organized, or do they just like flock to each other? Or no, I didn't want to do that yet. Oh, this is the room that has the wrong warp. Nice. It's more mushroom drops, hooray. Okay, so now I need to get to this. I was gonna say, I need to get to the save point. Right, it's right there. I am Gaia. I will give you some advice. Aura barrier. It puts a layer of aura around his body. Enemies at the mountain are strong. If you use this power, your battles will be easier. Like, thanks for the... Here's a thing that makes you stronger. If you use it, things will be easier. Freedom's like, yeah, I got that guy. She's like, you're just as snappy as Will is. Shut up, Brienne. You might be the eternal dark warrior, but I am still Gaia. I outrank you in this hierarchy. It's a dark power that only can be used by the Dark Knight Freedom. Yeah, I figured that out. Use the attack and L and R buttons. All right. And that looks like this. Glowing Hua. The barriers, by the way, they look very Soul Blazer. I suppose I should see how much it does, since Gaia is specifically like, it will help you against the strong enemies here. Oh, well, I was gonna 17, right, they don't negate damage, but yeah. 5 stabbing damage, or 17 from your aura barrier. There is a slight difference in those outputs. How much does this do to him? I did not see, but it was a lot. 17. Okay, so it's the same as Dark Friar. It's just a close-up thing instead of a range attack. Yeah, that's strong. Go away. Aura barrier. Aha! 15. Now, this is the room I need to find. Nope, this isn't the room. You found the teapot. There's a red gem in here somewhere I don't have yet. We got this guy. The teapot jar filled with tears. We call it a tear pot. No, no one does that. That's just you, sir. We call it a tear pot. No, even less people do that. You don't even do that. Okay, where's my missing red gem? Yeah, Neil's parents. How is your business so successful? The secret ingredient is crime. It's true. All right, this is definitely how we go to get our red gem. And yeah, and then we came up here to get a teapot. I'm not sure why. It is filled with tears from all the women whose husband went to war a while ago or something. I don't know. It's unclear about why we came to get this one. You did, in fact, miss a lot, yes. But you also missed me wandering around this crazy mushroom dungeon for a long time because it's very confusing and makes no sense with the rest of the game. To Euro. So at least we know where we are when we get to the next game, Terranigma, because as I said, like, it's a Super Nintendo like version of the world, but it is an actual version of the world. That's true. Chat also brings up a good, but thinking about it, the Sandfanger could have cured the Russian roulette enemy guy. It's true. So, I mean, and yeah, that's the other thing. We went to the Great Wall of China to kill the Sandfanger because it supposedly can cure anything. Why couldn't we, like, do we just, like, have to give all of it to Lance's dad? Couldn't we have given some to this guy who was dying? I mean, like, we didn't know until afterwards, so, but... There's just so much about this that, like, the more you think about it, the less it makes sense. Because, like, if you think about it on a surface level, you're like, okay, we're going, how are we going to get across? There's these really expensive animals. All right, we're going to, like, play this dangerous life or death gambling game with this dude. And then they're kind of like, oh, but people might ask, like, that's kind of bad. So they're like, no, don't worry about it. He was sick and dying anyways. And so people are just like, okay. But then you stop and think about it, and it gets worse. So there's some unused text that's in the game, like it's programmed in here, but there's no way for you to actually get to it. One of them is Neil's father, because you can't talk to him through the chair, and there's no way to get around to the right side. He says, you can't go wrong by taking over the Rolex company. That's it. It's not like it's important or useful, but that, now you know. Some Super Nintendo trivia. Also, yeah, so it's this lady. So she, like the most other people, you go behind the thing, like, hey, don't go over there, cross to the other side. And like most of the merchants say that, including her. But of course, we know they say different things from the front. She has dialogue too that's programmed in from the front, but he never moves, so you can't talk to her. What she says is, this is a green apple. Again, completely useless. It doesn't build the story or anything. But now you know, if you're ever in like a very esoteric trivia contest and like someone's like, well, what's the name of the first lady that Mario rescued? Trying to trick you into saying Peach or Toadstool or something. Well, now you can be like, well, what does the lady in Euro City say in Illusion of Gaia that's standing by the green apple merchant? Now you know. You can't talk to people when their chair faces away from you. Yeah. That's just rude. All right, so is it you guys who want the teapot? Oh, that's the teapot. It really does exist. I feel the presence of evil from somewhere in town. Yeah, it's from the Rolex company. Maybe the townspeople have been changed into demons. It may be someone in the town square or one of your friends. I mean, couldn't it be you? Use the teapot on anyone you suspect. I suspect you. Nothing happens. Luckily, this one isn't like the Sand Fanger where they're just like, we're gonna take one drop of this miracle liquid and not do anything else with it. Just imagine, like, I think you're the demon, splash the teapot. Like, oh, well, it's empty now. Have fun continuing the story. Do you know who might be the demons? Who could possibly be demonic? Might it be the super rich people with an underground slave trade? Ha! The spirit's tears rain down. Ah, get out of here, you. Soon this world will be wrapped in darkness. The previous owner of this body is now a skeleton sleeping under the shrine. Haha, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Like, I mean, either you've never seen this game, so it's not really a... Neil's just like, also, what? Finally realize how important my parents are to me. I wish I could have told them. Will, just leave me alone for a while. I'm ashamed to hear you talk that way. I've never seen you like the what? Pause the train. First, what I was gonna go with is like, so yeah, remember how there's like the slaves that were chained up under the thing and we're like, those are the skeletons of our friends. Yeah. They were Neil's actual parents. Neil's parents weren't the slave traders all along. Surprise! But, like, they were already dead, so. Second, Neil's like, yeah, exactly. Like, let's not spread toxic masculinity here. Well, like, Neil thinks that he hasn't seen his parents in a long time. And like, yeah, okay, they're like, you should succeed us in the company. And he's just like, I don't know. I like being an inventor. And then like, you splash some water on them. They turn into ghosts and they're like, ha ha ha, the world shall die. Disappear. And Neil's like, wow, I really miss my parents right now. And Will's like, I'm ashamed to hear you talk like that, Neil. How dare you have feelings? I said it with, who was it last? Like Lance, I think. I don't know. I said, like, yes, Will's friends are all terrible, but that's okay, because Will is terrible too. Will, have you had a nap? Are you done being a jerk? The next morning, disappointment awaits. As Kara's nagging about me. Good morning. Sorry about, yes, sorry that you were sad you learned that your parents weren't really your parents, and the people pretending to be your parents were actually slave traders, and your real parents are dead, chained up with the slaves. Yeah. I thought about it all. I'm next in line to inherit this company. If I want to stop the labor trade, I have to change the company that started it. Now, that is one thing to be fair. It's just like, oh, it turns out it's like the Moon Tribe who was, exposed by the comet, were the real slave traders. I don't think it ever explains if his parents actually knew about the thing or not. Because, like, Neil certainly... Because they're kind of implying that's, like, the parents tried to help the slaves and thus got chained up and killed. But then Neil's kind of saying, like, well, this company, like, does bad things, so if I want the company to stop it, I need to take control and stop it myself. So it's unclear, like, were his parents actual slave traders, or did they, like, it's because it's like a scale. Like, at the one hand, maybe they're really bad, and they knew about all that anyways, and it's just they got killed and replaced by the Moon Tribe, which is just like, sorry, Neil, your parents are dead, but they were horrible. Or is it in the middle, and it's like, well, they didn't acted like they weren't being like, go get us some slaves, but like, you know, they ran the company and they probably knew that there was some hinky things going on, and they're just like, yeah, we're making money, we're not gonna look into it. Or in which case it's like, well, sorry your parents died, this is kind of what they get. Or were they good and they're just like, we had no idea that the people underneath us were doing this, and when they found out and tried to stop it, they were murdered. Then I don't know. You can make up your own story because the game doesn't tell you. Yes, the company does make money on human misfortune. You're gonna become the president of the company? Amazing! And Will's like, oh, disappointment. Ah, stop it, you're embarrassing me. Yeah, he's actually talking about this. I've been making fun of Will. He's not disappointed in Neil taking over the company. He's disappointed in the bounty hunter that you already knew about from the day before, but sure. And now he's like, oh, right. Kara, by the way, the jackal's here looking for you. I forgot to mention. Something about an old friend. What? Hey, come on in. Oh, never mind. This isn't the jackal. Okay, well, I forgot that part, so. Spoilers to me, because I forgot. Also, let me finish this. Hamlet! Oink, oink. What happened? Are you okay? He's come all this way looking for you. Lily found him in Watermia and sent him by Rolex delivery service. Even if I'm losing my traveling companions, my allies are increasing. Eric, what do you gotta say? I don't understand women. What? Again, Eric with the making everything weird. Just like, you can't just leave well enough alone, can you, Eric? To the west here are the ruins of Angkor Wat. This is where the laborer's home is located. Let's go. What? No, I wanted to talk to the pig first. The natives' village. Ugh, it's as hot as the tropics. I mean, the way this world is messed up, it very well might be the tropics. Like, yeah, you were just in like central-ish Europe, and you only went to the west a little bit. But now it's like the jungle, but you know, this world's kind of... So it very well might be tropical here. I see the world tilted. My eyes blurred. Eric, you're narrating, but your eyes are blurring. No. There's nothing we can do. Let's stay in this village tonight. They're not weathered yet. They're only recently bleached white. There's a bunch of recent bones here. Will's like, yeah, I'm out. Now. Red jewel. Woo, there it goes. The statue of a girl stands silently. A statue of a girl? If you've been paying any attention to the slaves, the laborers we've been talking to, they've been like, there's terrible famine in my thing, and there's a disease that's turning people to stone. Are those really statues? Or I guess if a person turns to stone, is it now a statue? Strange, not a soul here, and skeletons all scattered around. Did we go into the houses? Thanks for asking a question, and then not waiting for my answer. Huh, no one here. The village looks abandoned. Oh, that's good. We can rest if we want. I'm exhausted. I feel like sleeping for days. Let's rest today. Exhausted from the trip, they fall into a deep sleep. A long time passes. What? That Hamlet, let me sleep a while longer. What? Will, don't be so noisy. Bah! Who are you? They seem to be very hungry. Look, those children look so upset. That's right, the servant boy said that in Phrygia. There's so much famine in this country. Those bones are the bodies of people who have starved to death. Oh no, we're gonna be next. Hamlet, why such a sad look? It's as if we'll soon be separated. F's in chat for Hamlet. Hamlet! Hamlet, what? You were... Poor Hamlet. Eat or not to... Yeah, so Hamlet comes back. You're like, I forgot about Hamlet. What a cute little guy. And then he sacrifices himself to feed the starving people. Like, saddest part of the game. That what? I forgot that. Listen, everyone. 'Twas Hamlet's wish to be food for these people. One baby pig could save many villagers. Other? You were Hamlet all along? No, Will, Never mind. Will, you're just as dumb as I remember. Will, everyone in this place. Darkness is approaching the world. You must combine your strength to save the planet. Will, find the mystic statues. Go to the Tower of Babel. I'm already on it. Dad's voice and a flute told me to. You guys could maybe communicate a little better. Your dad talks to you through a flute while you're in prison. Your mom talks to you through the spirit of a pig killing itself in front of her owner to save the starving people. Just like, couldn't you just come to me in a dream or something, Mom? The man timidly held out his hand. We don't understand each other's language, but I think we agree. He stares into your eyes. He seems to look right into your heart. We don't understand each other's language, but a seed has sprouted. He holds out some food. Yeah. I'm Will. My dad's a flute and my mom's a pig. I was almost killed by a bunch of starving people. You're probably wondering how I got here. Go with him? Yes. Is this a relative? A friend? I mean... yeah. I was gonna be flippant and be like, maybe the people that, like, are starving to death and are... Maybe I shouldn't make, like, a silly joke about it. Okay, that's all the same. Hi. This tribe is so small, they've lost so many to starvation. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, how do they cope? He just jumped into the fire. Hamlet, noble pig, I will miss you. Hamlet, noble pig. Say I can't, like, I don't have a hat to take off in respect, but I have headphones, so. All right, there's our moment of silence for Hamlet, the noble pig. We'll never hear that snort again. The air is filled with the aroma of roasting Hamlet. Okay, then. Gaia, things are getting way too real out here. Can I just take a break in dark space? No. This is your job. Get out there. I learned a word from the children. It seems that Ramapo means hello. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. I think we're all the same. All right. Angkor Wat, which is misspelled in this game, but you know. The door to Angkor Wat. Okay. Through the jungle, 3 days journey from the native village, there's a huge temple. But I was gonna say, like, you know, 2.5 hours is where I've been doing these Super Nintendo streams because it seems to work. So I think I'll call it there, you know, before we start another dungeon. We get to start with it next time. I figured, like, I was gonna stop after Euro, and then I was like, do we really want to start the next stream with the native village where it's like, wow, there's people really suffering in this world. Oh, and your little cute comedic pal friend, the pig, kills itself to save everyone, and it's just kind of a heavy thing to start a stream with. So I figured we'd get the native village done first. But yeah, before we do another dungeon, we will call it here for the day. Thank you to everybody who came by in chat. Thank you to everyone who watches this later on YouTube, and you know whose special thanks are going to. Special thanks today go out to Hamlet. What a trooper. They pay a moment of silence for Hamlet, the noble pig who sacrificed himself. Just like that, didn't have to think about, like, it's like, who are the real demons in this game? Well, the demons are the real demons. But who's the second most real demons? The humans. Because the pigs are on top of stuff. They're just like, they see a problem, they go to fix it. We don't need to worry about the dark light of the comet if there are more pigs around. All right. Until next time. See ya then. It's as if we'll soon be separated. F's in chat for Hamlet.